Hey and welcome to the Daily Man United News Show. Let's begin with our daily news. Erik Ten Hag says Harry Maguire can be a great player for Man United. Manchester United manager Erik Ten Hag wants to see Harry Maguire playing with more confidence when the season restarts following the World Cup. The centre-back had been an undisputed starter for United for the past 3 seasons, but had lost his starting spot under Ten Hag during the current campaign. Rafael Varane and Lisandro Martinez have been picked over him regularly, while Victor Lindelof has also got the nod when the former has been injured. Despite this, Ten Hag has often spoke fondly about the club captain and wants the 29-year-old to play with the same confidence as he does for England. The Dutchman added that he will be a great player for the club if he can replicate his performances for the Three Lions from their World Cup campaign. He told The Athletic. He has, for England, good games almost all the time. He had a period in Manchester where he performed badly, and then of course there are difficulties, but when he is confident in himself, he will put that on the pitch. When he is working hard, you will get that confidence, and you are seeing that with the way he is playing for England. We want him to bring that back to Manchester United. I accept from him. The team knows what they expect from him. If he does that, he will be a great player for us. When pressed on Maguire's future, Ten Hag went on to add, only when he doesn't want to be in these circumstances anymore. Until that moment, I am happy with him. I have said it to him and I can do nothing more. It's up to him to contribute to play himself into the team. We have 16 to 18 players in the squad, and that is what you need at the top level if you want to play for trophies. David De Gea explains what it's like to work with Erik Ten Hag. Erik Ten Hag has been in charge of Manchester United for roughly 6 months now, and the Dutchman's tenure is coming along nicely as we approach the resumption of club football. The domestic season was paused to accommodate this winter's World Cup, but United are back in action in just 9 days when Burnley make the trip to Old Trafford for the 4th round of the Carabao Cup. David De Gea has been one of the main beneficiaries of Ten Hag's appointment, with the Spanish goalkeeper developing into a different type of shot stopper recently. The former Atletico Madrid star has just 6 months remaining on his contract at the club, and some believed that he may have been one player Ten Hag would replace, but that has not been the case. Speaking during United's mid-season training camp in Spain, De Gea has opened it up on life under Erik Ten Hag, insisting the players are enjoying working under the former Ajax boss. De Gea is quoted as saying by the official Manchester United website the following: I think he has high demands for everyone. There is a lot of information. We are used to playing under him because we are learning a lot of new things as a team. I think we are enjoying it. We are training really hard with him. They are long training sessions, tactics, everything, and I think we are heading the right way. We are playing really well. As you saw in the last game, we showed we can play really well. We are winning games, and that is the most important thing. United were in a sorry state when Ten Hag took over earlier this year, and the transformation has been quick. De Gea has benefited from it, and he will fancy his chances of extending his stay at the club. He will, however, need to take a substantial reduction in wages, as the club is unlikely to offer him more or the same that he is earning right now. United have the option to extend his contract for an additional 12 months, but that would mean the same wages for another year. Instead, it's more likely that the Spaniard will enter negotiations over fresh terms. Paris Saint-Germain keen to make Marcus Rashford one of football's top earners. Marcus Rashford has just over 6 months remaining on his contract at Manchester United, and at the turn of this month, he is free to speak with other clubs over a pre-agreement. The 25-year-old has been in stellar form for his club this season, and he carried that with him to the Winter's World Cup, ending the tournament as England's joint top goal scorer with 3 strikes. His future at Old Trafford is far from certain. However, with some of Europe's biggest clubs now believed to be circling the player. Last week, manager Erik Ten Hag confirmed that Rashford would not be allowed to leave on a free transfer next summer and that the club is planning to exercise their option to extend his deal for an additional 12 months. Despite Ten Hag's confidence that Rashford will remain a United player beyond next summer, new reports are claiming that Paris Saint-Germain are pushing ahead with their pursuit of the player. Last week, the French club's president Nasser El Khalifi confirmed their interest in Rashford. Now, according to the Mirror, the Ligue 1 giant are keen to make Rashford one of football's top earners. As per the report, Paris Saint-Germain are putting together a package worth a whopping £850,000 per week in a bid to fend off interest from Bayern München. It's claimed that Bayern München have monitored Rashford's situation but are unlikely to be involved in the race to sign him at the mentioned figures. Make no mistake about it, it would be a catastrophe if United allowed Rashford to leave on a free transfer, and although they cannot compete with Paris Saint-Germain financially, they must find a way to persuade Rashford. From a footballing perspective, Rashford is back to his brilliant best, and there is no better place to showcase his talents than at the Theatre of Dreams. Manchester United relaxed about Alejandro Garnacho's future. Manchester United are relaxed over Alejandro Garnacho's future amid fresh reports linking him with a move to Real Madrid. According to the Manchester Evening News, Manchester United are confident of reaching an agreement with Garnacho on a contract extension. United are in no rush because Garnacho only signed his first professional contract last July, which runs until 2024, and it includes the option of an additional year. The 18-year-old was quizzed about a future transfer to Real Madrid while the first team were training in Spain, but David De Gea intervened and stated that Garnacho will not be allowed to leave the Old Trafford. "We won't let him leave," De Gea said about Garnacho. Garnacho is enjoying a breakthrough season in United's first team, and he is already attracting interest from some of Europe's elite. He looks set to spend the second half of the season competing with Jadon Sancho for a place in the team. With 2 goals and 2 assists in 8 senior appearances so far this season, we are looking at the next potential superstar to emerge from our academy after winning the FA Youth Cup last term. Let us know in the comments section if you think Garnacho should be starting on the left flank ahead of Sancho. Erik Ten Hag pushing to sign Inter Milan star Denzel Dumfries. Manchester United manager Erik Ten Hag is pushing to sign Inter Milan defender Denzel Dumfries, according to Sky Sport Germany journalist Florian Plettenberg. The Red Devils have largely depended on Diogo Dalot for the right-back role this term. His deputy Aaron Wan-Bissaka has played just 4 minutes of first-team football. Ahead of January, there are suggestions that the 25-year-old could be loaned out or sold, and Plettenberg now reveals that the club are looking at 3 right-back options. Bayer Leverkusen, Jeremy Frimpong, and Lyon's Malo Gusto are under consideration, but the latter may not be available for a transfer until the end of the campaign. Aside from the duo, it's claimed that Dumfries is also on the Red Devils' radar. United boss Ten Hag is apparently pushing to bring the Dutchman to Old Trafford. Dalot has made the right-back position his own this season. The Portuguese has literally had no competition from Wan-Bissaka, who lacked the offensive threat. In Dumfries, United would get a big upgrade in the department. The 26-year-old has been superb for club and country over the past 18 months with several goal contributions. He started off his career as a right-back but has been transformed into a right wing-back since 2021. This could be a good thing for Ten Hag, who prefers attacking fullbacks. Dumfries could offer strong competition to Dalot with his all-round qualities. In his final season at PSV, he averaged 1.5 tackles and 1.6 interceptions per game from right-back. The Dutchman also won over 2 aerial duels on average. He should have no trouble adapting to the position again and should have more license to push forward under Ten Hag. It remains to be seen whether the hierarchy will back Ten Hag in the pursuit of Dumfries next month. Inter Milan have no plans of selling him for less than €60 million in the near future. Sky Sports reporter names League One star Malo Gusto as top transfer target for Man United. It's no secret that Erik Ten Hag is keen to add options in some areas of his squad at Manchester United, with right back being one of them, despite Diogo Dalot's stellar campaign. According to Sky Sports reporter Florian Plettenberg, Lyon wonderkid Malo Gusto is a player that is highly rated at United, and the Frenchman has been named as one of several top transfer targets. In Gusto's case, it's believed that a move is planned for the summer rather than in the upcoming January transfer window, with the Old Trafford Chiefs estimating a cost of 30 to 40 million euros. If his first summer in charge of the side showed anything, it's that Ten Hag's judgment in the transfer window can be trusted. All 5 of his outfield signings have become first-team regulars. It's however, unlikely that United will be making a move for a defender in the January window. Perhaps that's one for next summer. Instead, it's believed that the club will instead focus on strengthening the front line following the departure of Cristiano Ronaldo. Speaking after United's mid-season training camp in Spain, Ten Hag admitted to wanting further options up front. Memphis Depay could represent Manchester United's best chance at a January striker signing. There are a few gaps still left to be plugged, none more important than buying a striker as soon as possible after the sensational departure of Cristiano Ronaldo. A lot of names like Cody Gakpo, Gonzalo Ramos and Joao Felix have been mentioned as possible options, but completing those deals will not be easy considering the club's financial situation. Memphis Depay of Barcelona could be the favorite choice in that case. The Netherlands international had a major role to play as he started 5 games and scored once in the World Cup. Depay wants to leave the Catalan giants in search of regular minutes, and United could be prepared to bring him back considering the relatively cheap cost involved. Barca were open to letting the former United star leave for free in the summer, but after seeing him start for Louis van Gaal's team at Qatar, they have changed their minds. According to Sport via Sport Witness, Barcelona were once prepared to let him go on a free. That has changed, and they have already warned his entourage that they will only let him leave if the club benefits financially, which didn't happen in the summer. The only positive for the striker is the fact that there are multiple clubs interested in acquiring his services. Roma have tried already, while Man United are thinking about it. While no cost have been mentioned, it's safe to assume the price will be much less than the other 3 United targets. It remains to be seen if the club brings in a stopgap solution or if they decide to splurge on their primary target. Man United linked star Joao Felix now pushing for Aston Villa move. Manchester United are on the hunt for a striker in the January transfer window, as confirmed by manager Erik Ten Hag following his side's mid-season training camp in Spain. United were already short in that department, but the departure of Cristiano Ronaldo last month has made the issue a pressing matter. As things stand, Anthony Martial is the only out-and-out striker at the club, and the Frenchman's injury history does not guarantee that he will be available for the entirety of the second half of the season. Atletico Madrid attacker Joao Felix emerged as a potential target this winter when it emerged that the Portuguese star's relationship with manager Diego Simeone was at a breaking point. Speaking during Portugal's World Cup campaign, Felix remained tight-lipped on his future and insisted that he will worry about his situation in Madrid when he returns from the tournament. Now, just days after Portugal were surprisingly eliminated by Morocco in Qatar, a major development in Felix's future has been revealed. According to The Athletic, Felix agent Jorge Mendes is now pushing for the former Benfica starlet to join a Premier League side Aston Villa. Mendes is believed to have a good relationship with the Birmingham club after brokering the deal that saw Unai Emery replace Steven Gerrard earlier this year. Felix was tipped to have a great future when he broke through the Benfica side, but it hasn't quite worked out for him at Atletico Madrid. He did, however, tear United apart in the Champions League last season. He is tied down to a long-term contract in Madrid, and it's unlikely that Aston Villa could be able to finance a permanent deal, but a loan move could be possible. Felix fits the profile United are searching for, But as mentioned above, Atletico Madrid are likely to seek a large fee for a player they are already willing to part ways with. I will be uploading daily Man United news, so keep your eyes on the channel and don't forget to like and subscribe. I appreciate your support. Peace out.